Good day, ma'am. My name is Ivy Rizalde, and my report for today is about the review of linear inequalities. First of all, what is linear inequalities? Linear inequalities in two variables is a mathematical sentence that can be written in the following forms. For example, ax plus by greater than c, or ax plus by less than c, or ax plus by greater than or equal c, ax plus by less than or equal to c. Ang pinagkaibahan po nito sa linear equations ay meron po siyang greater than, less than, greater than or equal, at less than or equal. So, para ma-distinguish po natin kung yung form na yun is linear inequalities or linear equation, ay meron po siyang ganito. Greater than, less than, greater than equal, and greater than, less than equal. Okay. So, magbibigay po ako ng example. Additional information po. Sa linear inequalities, mas maraming solutions compared kay linear equation. And may two parts of Cartesian plane, half plane solution and half plane is not solution. So, para ma-solve po natin to, ay i-convert po muna natin siya to linear equation. Gamit po tayo ng formula na to, y equals mx plus p. Sa formula na to, we can easily determine the value of slope and the value of y-intercept. So, para makuha nga po natin tong linear inequalities na to, gagamit po tayo ng formula na to para makuha po yung slope niya at yung value of y-intercept. So, y equals x negative 2. Ang slope niya po is 1 kasi ang x is visible to 1. At kung gagawin po natin siyang fraction, magiging 1 divided by 1 po siya. At sa y-intercept naman po is negative 2. At ang rise po niya that height. So, to solve this linear inequality, gagamit po tayo ng formula na to. Y equals mx plus p. This equation determines the value of slope and the value of y-intercept. So, to solve this linear inequality, gagamit po tayo ng formula na to. Y equals mx plus p. This equation determines the value of slope and the value of y-intercept. So, ito po yung graph natin. To figure out kung saan po natin siya shaden, ito po ang gagawin natin. Hahanapin po muna natin yung origin, which is 0, at ito po yun. So, ito po yung graph natin. To figure out kung saan po natin siya shaden, ito po ang gagawin natin. Hahanapin po muna natin yung origin, which is 0, at ito po yun. Stop naman. Kailangan po natin, kung saan po natin siya shadean, ito po ang gagawin natin. Hahanapin po muna natin yung origin niya, which is 0, so 0, 0. Pero si x, ito si 1. So 0, and then, bring down lang po natin siya. Bring down disregard na po natin ito. Tap mo han. Ito po yung final answer. So, 0 less than equal to minus 2. Alam naman po natin na mas mataas na 0 kay 2 ay negative 2. So, false po siya. Natin siya shadean sa part na to. Kasi, dito po, pag shadean po natin dito sa part na to, is magiging false na po siya.
Hi guys, my name is Sherilyn Lane Clara and I'm going to teach you how to solve a system of inequalities by graph. To solve a system graphically, draw and shade in each of the inequalities on the graph and then look for an area in which all the inequalities overlap. This area is the solution. If there is no area in which all the inequalities overlap, then the system has no solution. So, let's solve each system inequalities by graphing. Ang given is x is greater than or equal to negative 1 and y is less than to 2. So, ang titingnan lang natin itong dalawa. X, ito yung x, ito yung y. Dahil nasa x siya, negative 1, ito yung negative 1. Solid line siya kapag greater than or equal. Tapos kapag greater than siya, less than lang siya, ano lang, broken line. So, ito, 2. Bilang tayo ng 2 sa taas. 1, 2. So, di ba i-shade pa natin yan sila? Etong, dapat mas mataas. Yung x mas mataas sa negative 1. Ang i-shade natin yung mas matataas dito. Kaya, shade natin yan. Yung part na to. Sa y naman, y is less than to 2. Saan ba yung mga less than? Diba dito pababa? Kaya pababa. Ito yung mga area nila. Itong mga shade, ito yung mga area nila. Itong nagtugma sila, ito yung solution. So, ito na yung solution. Lahat na nandito. Mula dito hanggang dito. So, next naman tayo. Next example is y is greater than 2x minus 3. And ang sunod is y is less than minus x plus 5.
Here you go.
Ang tawag dito sa may number na to is slope. Tapos ito, kahit may yan, walang number, may visible yan na 1. Kumbaga, magiging negative 1 to. slope pa rin to. Paano natin gagawin yan sa graph? So, ito, diba? Negative 3 sa y. So, bilang lang tayo ng negative 3. 1, 2, 3. Tapos, itong 2. So, ito, bibilang lang tayo pataas. Kasi positive siya. So, 1, 2. Yung x, may value yan na 1. So, usog lang natin siya dito sa ng isa. Continuous lang yun. So, 1, 2. Tapos, dito rin sa isa. Continuous lang yun. So, 1, 2. Tapos, dito rin sa left. Ay, right. 1, 2. Dahil greater than lang siya, ang line niya is broken line. Tapos ito, 5. So, bilang lang tayo 5 pataas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, broken line din siya. Dahil may negative 1 siya, pababa naman yan. 1. Continuous lang din. So, isi-shade na natin siya. Itong y is greater than daw sa 2x minus 3. Saan ba yung way ng pang greater? Paangat, diba? So, isi-shade lang natin yung paangat. Tapos ito naman, less than. So, pababa. So, ito yun, di ba? Ito. So, ito yung solution natin. Itong nag-meet sila. Itong area na to yung solution. Ganun lang. So, next ulit tayo. Ang given natin 3. Paano naman yan? So, ang given x is greater than to 1 and y is less than or equal to 6. Ang isa naman is y greater than to 3x over 2 minus 3. Ito yung y, ito yung x. So, 1. Broken line. Six. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, negative 3. 1, 2, 3. So, paano naman natin ito gagawin? Paangat lang. Umpisa yung sa taas, tapos yung sa baba. Bilang lang tayo ng 3. 1, 2, 3. Tapos, 2 sa kanan. 1, 2. Ganun lang ulit pataas. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. Broken line. So, isi-shade natin tong una. 1, nasaan yung 1? Yung greater sa 1. So, papunta dito. Shade natin pa ganito. Sunod, less than, pababa. Tapos ito naman, greater than. So, ito yon, paangat. So, greater than sa 3x minus 3x over 2 negative 3. So, pataas. So, ito yung sagot. Dito sila nagtugmang tatlo. Shades natin. Next naman. Dito na tayo sa pinakamahirap na part kasi need na natin ng solve. So, ang equation natin, ang unang equation is 3x negative 4y less than or equal to 12. And ang sunod is 3y greater than negative 2x plus 6. Paano natin mawawala tong 3? So, i-divide lang natin sila sa 3 para maging y na lang siya. So, cross lang natin to. So, y greater than negative 2x over 3 plus 3. Isi-simplify lang natin siya. So, 3 ang sagot. Ito na yung final answer. Ito na yung gagamitin natin sa graph. So, sunod naman is next equation is 3x minus 4y less than or equal to 12. So, pagpapalitin lang natin tong 4 siyaka negative 4y siyaka 12. So, 3x magiging negative na tong 12 kasi nilipat natin siya. Itong magiging less than or equal na to. Tapos itong 4 magiging positive na siya. So, 4y. Ang gagawin natin, para mawala tong 4, i-divide lang ulit natin siya sa 4 din. So, cross out lang to. Ang sagot is 3x over 4 negative 3 less than or equal to y.
Go.
Hindi pa ito yung final answer kasi i-reverse equation pa natin siya. So, ito magiging greater than ito. So, ang final answer dito is y is greater than or equal.
Go.
Pag nag-reverse equation tayo, ito lang yung mababago. Pero itong mga to, ganun pa rin yung nila. Positive pa rin to, tapos ito negative. So, 3x over 4 negative 3. Ito na yung final answer natin. Copy lang natin. Copy lang natin dito para di tayo malito. Same procedure lang din to ulit sa slope. So, unahin na natin itong positive. Sa y, ito yung y, ito yung x. Dahil nasa y siya, positive 3. Bilang lang tayo ng 3. Negative 2, kaya pababa. Tapos positive, pakanan. Dalawang pababa. 1, 2, tatlong pakanan. 1, 2, 3. So, So, broken line to kasi greater than lang siya. Wala siyang equal. So, tayo sa pangalawa. Negative 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Positive 3 siya ka 4. So, pataas, tapos kanan. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ulit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, may equal siya kaya solid line. I-shade na natin. Ang pag-shade natin dito sa unang equation is greater than daw. So, pataas. Sa pangalawa naman, greater than din. So, pataas din. Ang solution natin dito, itong nagtugma. Itong mga nag-overlap. So, highlights lang natin sila para di kayo malito. Ito yung solution sa number 4 na example. Sa number 2 example naman, highlights natin. Ito na naka-highlights. So, ganun lang po kadali. Thank you.
Next is modeling with linear programming. Let me give you a brief introduction on what is linear programming. Linear programming is used in obtaining the best solution for a problem with given constraints. The meaning of constraints will be discussed later. Linear programming is found in problems wherein the available resources are limited only, meaning they are mostly used in determining the most efficient method to allocate the resources so that a measure can be enhanced. There are three linear relationships. These are decision variables, constraints, and objective function. Decision variables are the variables that will decide the output, while the constraints are the restrictions or limitations on the variables. They are usually the one who limit the value of the decision variables. The words that can be used when looking for constraints are at most, at least, a maximum of, and available. And the last one, objective function. These are used in minimizing or maximizing the cost or the profit. We have 7 procedures that can be used when solving for linear programming problems. I have here the example number 1. In example number 1, the problem would be a small furniture shop makes tables and chairs which undergoes two processes. under the assembly and finishing department. In every production period, the assembly department is available for 60 hours of work, while the finishing department is only available for 48 hours of work. Completing one table requires 4 hours to assemble and 2 hours to finish, and contributes 500 pesos to the profit, while each chair requires 2 hours to assemble and 4 hours to finish and contributes 300 pesos to the profit. The question is, how many tables and chairs should be made per production period to maximize profit, assuming all tables and chairs are sold? So here we will apply the 7 procedures. For step 1 is to define the variables. We have two variables which are x and y. So let x be the number of chairs, I mean tables, and y be the number of chairs. In step 2, it is writing the system of inequalities. So here we have two inequalities listed. The first one would be the assembly department is available for 60 hours per production period. Each table requires 4 hours to assemble and each chair requires 2 hours to assemble. So the inequality can be written as 4x plus 2y less than 60. So the second inequality is each table requires 2 hours to finish and each chair requires 4 hours to finish. Since the finishing department is available for 48 hours per production, the inequality can be written as 2x plus 4y less than 48. So here we note that the number of tables and chairs cannot be negative. So since they are much more greater than the value of x and y, it can be expressed as x is greater than 0 and y is greater than 0. So here they are called implicit constraints. Implicit constraints are constraints being implied or hinted in the problem. So that's what you call the value of x greater than 0 and y greater than 0. While the first two inequalities, which are the two inequalities listed, they are called explicit constraints. In explicit constraints, these are explicitly stated in the problem, meaning they are clear and exact statement in the problem. The next step is the step 3, which is graphing the system of inequalities. So, to graph the system of inequalities, we need to solve for it. So, we're going to find for the value of x, which is going to be 4x plus 2y is equals to 60. What we're going to do is we're going to replace the y with 0. And then you're going to put 4x less than 60 and you're going to divide both sides with 4. Then you're going to bring down the x, bring down the sign, and write the final answer, which is 15. So our x would be 15. and our y would be 0. You're going to trace it all the way here in x, all the way to the top. And then the next equation would be 2x plus 4y is equals to 48. It's going to be the same process, but the difference is we're going to look for the y, which is 2x. You're going to replace x with 0, which is going to be 2 open and close parenthesis 0 plus 4y is equals to 48. So we're going to write 4y less than 48, and we're going to divide it both sides with 4. So bring down y and also the sign, which is less than, and write the final answer, which is 12. So we're going to, here in the graph, we're going to put 0 for the x and 12 for the y. So why is it that 0 yung nakalagay kasama nung x and y? Because the statement here is that number of tables and chairs cannot be negative. So meaning x would be greater than 0 and y would be greater than 0. While kapag natapos mo na i-trace yung part na yung part ng graph, you're going to shade the region. So we have this so-called feasible region. So here in step 4 is to find the coordinates of the vertices. So here in step 4, we're going to find the coordinates of the vertices of the feasible region. So fun fact, feasible region means these are the points tested to identify the maximum or the minimum value in the problem. Feasible region would be here, say the shaded part. That is the feasible region. While the vertices, it is the point where two or more lines intersect, meaning since there is an intersection, the point of intersection is going to be 12 and 6. So from the graph, a polygon is formed. So here it states that the vertices of the feasible region are 0, 0, 0, 12, 12, 6, and 15, 0. So for the step 5 is we're going to write the function to be maximized or minimized. So here we have two profits stated in the problem, which is 500 and 300. So the 500 is going to be the x and 300 is going to be y. So here, the function that describes the profit is f x y, closing open parenthesis, x and y is equals to 500x plus 300y. So we're going to find the maximum value now for this function, which results to step 6. Step 6 is to substitute the coordinates of the vertices into the function. Here we're going to make a table. We're going to list down the x and y, and then we're going to also write down the profit, which is both x and y. and we're going to multiply the x and y to 500 and 300 before adding them. So here, 500 times 0 is equal to 0, plus 300 times 0 is equals to 0. The answer would be 0. The next one is 0 and 12. 500 times 0 would be 0, plus 300 times 12 would be, excuse me, 3,600, because the product of 500 and 0 is 0. So what we're going to list down is the product of the 300 times 12. Next would be 12 and 6. That would be 500 times 12 and 300 times 6. You add them and the answer would be 7,800. And then the last one is 15 and 0, which is 500 times 15 is 7,500, and 300 times 0 is 0. You add them, the answer would be 7,500. And then we're down to the last step, which is to select the greatest or least result. So since we're looking for the maximum value of the function, the maximum value would be 7,800, which is at the point of x and y, which is 12 and 6. So the maximum profit would be 7,800 when 12 tables, which is 12, this is the x, right? So that would be the tables, and 6 chairs, since this is the y, are produced and sold. And that's all for my discussion. Thank you.